Hi, welcome to PN Recapped Mystery. Today we explain American science fiction action comedy film Free Guy.
In the beginning, movie shows Free City is an online, open-world video game developed by Tsunami Games. Its source code was stolen from an unreleased game known as Life Itself, developed by Walter Keyes McKee and Millie Rusk, and employed by Tsunami head developer Antoine Hovachelik to form Free City. Keyes has since taken employment at Tsunami, whereas Millie spends time among Free City as her avatar Molotov Girl to seek out proof of code that she and Keyes had written and to prove that they're the rightful owners of the code. In the game, Guy, a NPC, non-player character, works as a bank teller and spends time together with his best friend and co-worker, bank watchman Buddy, unaware that his world may be a video game. One day, he encounters Molotov Girl, who is singing the song that he says his dream lady can like, and begins to deviate from his programming. He takes a set of dark glasses from a player who tries to rob his bank. Through that he sees Free City from the player head-up display, HUD. Guy speaks to Millie, who at the start thinks he's another player named Blue Shirt Guy and not an NPC. She tells him to level up to higher than 100 before she's going to speak to him again. Keyes and his co-worker Mouser believe Guy to be a hacker disguised as an NPC and unsuccessfully conceive to ban him from the game. Instead of leveling up through harmful acts, Guy opts to perform smart deeds, finishing missions among Free City to succeed in level 102. His virtuous progression, that stands out from those of different players, leads to Blue Shirt Guy changing into a worldwide sensation. Millie and Guy meet once more when she breaks into the stash, another player well-protected compound that holds proof of her source code. Guy helps Millie escape the stash, and Millie is confused when Guy desires to kiss her. Keyes realizes that Guy is actually an NPC, which his self-awareness took place from artificial intelligence, AI, code containing Millie personal preferences that Keyes had enclosed in Life Itself, that successively had led Guy to develop a romantic interest in Millie. In addition, Guy's sequent interactions with different NPCs have led them to develop self-awareness as well. Keyes decides to help Millie retrieve their code before Free City is wiped from Tsunami servers to form way for its sequel, Free City 2, in 48 hours. Once Millie tells Guy the reality of his situation, Guy breaks off their relationship, telling her that he's loving with her. However, when talking with Buddy concerning the situation, Guy realizes that there was one thing quite love in their relationship and gains full sentience. Guy returns to Millie and agrees to facilitate. Guy breaks into the stash once more with Buddy help, wherever its owner, recognizing Guy, hands over the evidence. Guy continuing quality threatens the launch of Free City 2, and Antoine orders Keyes and Mouser to revive the whole game. However, Keyes refuses and Mouser reboots the game. In the game, Millie finds Guy with none memories of his sentience. However, recalling Keyes' recommendation that Guy would want a reminder, she kisses him. Guy's sentience is restored, and he remembers the placement of the island, a part of Life Itself which will not be shielded from the unfinished information wipe, and that is the solely proof of Millie and Keyes' original code. Antoine then tries to directly eliminate Guy and Molotov Girl from the game by raising their wanted level to maximum. But as Guy and Millie have persuaded the opposite NPCs within the game that there are a lot of them they're programming, they not answer outside commands and refuse to interfere. Antoine then resorts to directly manipulating the game topography to kill Guy and Molotov Girl, whereas Keyes makes his own changes to shield and direct them to the island, broadcasting the trouble to all or any of the Free City players who had been ejected from the game. Antoine fires Keyes, so sends Dude, a muscular, unfinished copy of Guy developed Free City 2, into the game. Unable to defeat him in direct combat, Guy puts his spectacles on to Dude, the HUD distracting the far less mature AI indefinitely. Antoine then enters Tsunami server area and begins destroying the game servers with a hearth axe. During a ultimate decide to stop his stealing from being revealed, leading Mouser to find Antoine crimes and find fired. However, Guy makes it to the island before he will destroy the last one, an incident that's seen by gamers everywhere the world. With the theft revealed, Antoine holds the remaining server hostage and demands that Millie abandon her suit and surrender the Free City intellectual property, IP, at the side of the profits from the game. Millie, believing the importance of the game is in its programming, enthusiastically agrees, The game inhabitants are saved. Without Millie and Key's code, Free City 2nd of May be a big failure at launch. Antoine is vilified by the media for his now exposed crimes and he's arrested for stealing and criminal damage. Keys, Mouser, and Millie begin a prosperous new company with the recovered code to unleash Free Life, Delivery Guy, Buddy, Dude, and therefore the different Free City NPCs into it. Due to Guy, Millie realizes that Key's code was after all a love letter to her, and that they embrace and kiss. Guy reunites with Buddy, and they begin to measure their own lives and Free Life while not having to follow their original Free City coding. What do you think about this movie? Tell us in comment section. If you like, then click the like button and subscribe the channel.